Hi everyone, this is Steven, host of Computer Art Explorers. Welcome to another exciting episode of exploring how to create computer-generated art. Computer Art Explorers is both a YouTube channel and a meetup group. And let's take a look at our group's website on Meetup. So we're here in Columbus, Ohio. This group was founded on February 28th of 2017. I happen to be the organizer. And we are going to be meeting over at a place called Improving Enterprises on a monthly basis. If you're not in Ohio and you can't come, that's fine. This YouTube channel is going to give you everything that you need so that you can participate and join in. We happen to use the Cybos computer programming language. I'm going to go over to the website for that. It's www.cybos.org. Automatically links you to the gravityshadows.com. Gravity Shadows Publishing House is the publisher of Cybos. On their site, they have freeware, shareware, publisher website downloads. Right here, this is all the software that you need. There's a bunch of different files here. You download all those files and then watch some of our videos. We take you step by step, show you how to do the install, show you how to get up and running in it. It comes with a full-blown manual, so you don't have to search the web for how do I use this. This is completely, totally self-contained, and it's extremely easy to use. Most of the syntax is classic basic. It's been around for 40 plus years, but it's a very powerful language. It's got some great graphic commands in it, so that's the reason why we're using it for Computer Art Explorers. And the last thing that we're going to do in this welcome episode is we're going to take a look at our Hello World program. Now, every programming language, the first thing you usually do is write a program that says Hello World on the screen. So that's what we've done here. I'm going to go ahead and run this. I'm going to hit the button here. It says compile and run. Hit it once, light it up, and hit it again. It will compile the program and run it. And notice it prints Hello World on the screen. We're going to talk about that. It also has the title bar. It says Our Hello World program. So we're going to look at how different information got put on the screen, and then of course this little graphic of this triangle that we have, because this is Computer Art Explorers, so we always want to have some art in all of our examples. So here you have the title bar. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the Control Shift. I'm going to hold both those keys down while I double click on title bar. And what it does is it causes Cybos, the application developer, to look up this command automatically. Makes it really neat. Now to get rid of this, I'm just going to click on this little up arrow right here so that we have more room to actually view what we're doing. And there's a couple of things. Anything in these green bars, whatever's in here, you can copy that to your clipboard. So let's say if I hit the copy, that'll copy that to the clipboard. And then if I wanted to come back in and paste that somewhere, I can come over here and just hit paste or hit Control V on the keyboard. All right, so that makes it really easy to program. You're not going to be doing a ton of typing. You're going to be doing a lot more copy and pasting. Some of the commands, like this command here, define target rectangle as. I'm going to go ahead and hit Shift Control, and I'm going to click on that. And you notice, a lot of these commands are long, and you're thinking, oh wow, no, you don't have to type these commands. There's all these different variables and stuff that are long. If you want to use one of them, all you do is hit copy, and then you come over into your code, wherever you want to put it, and then just hit Control V to paste it into your code. And to get rid of stuff is really easy. I'm going to go ahead and right click, and then hit my delete key, and it deletes those two lines. Okay, there are controls on this that are so easy. Once you learn how to actually use the different controls, you're going to find that writing in Cybos using this text editor to develop stuff is fantastic. If you want to learn more about how to use that, you come up here to the little edit button and hit the edit window help. On this here, you've got 10 pages. I'm just going to click on them real quick, just kind of go through them so you can see they're all there. The version, whatever version you happen to be using, notice here it's version 3, that means 3.0. That happens to be the build number 9150. So every time something is tweaked in it, something's added, you'll get a different build number. So at any rate, you come down here to the edit window, and the edit window, between what's in the manual and the edit window, you really have everything. But if you want to know, well, what can you do to select text? Here's the line block selection, and that's what I did, and it tells you how to do that in here. So if you ever forget, until you get used to it, you can do that. I'm going to point out the fact that you can do block selection. All right, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Let's say that you wanted to copy, for example, just this, and you wanted to move this whole block over to give yourself some more room for whatever reason. Well, I'm going to hit the control, hold the control down, right click, come over here and right click again, and then I've marked this as this is a block of text that I want to move. I'm going to come and hit copy, or you could hit control C. All right, I'm then going to hit delete and take it out. Maybe I want to move it over to like right here. I'm going to put it there and I'm going to paste it. So you can see I just moved a whole block of code over. I mean, that is just so nice. The other thing is you can type down. I'm going to hit control and insert, and notice, if you can see that, how that cursor, it looks like a little down arrow. It's pointing down. It's telling you that you're going to type down. And I'm just going to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And look at that. It's going to be so easy to actually write all kinds of fantastic code in this using this editor. I'm going to block edit that again and then hit the delete, and it just deletes that out. Let's talk more about what this is actually doing. So again, I'm going to hit, see it says compile and run, and then if you can see that on there it says F9. That F9 means your shortcut. I'm going to go ahead and hit F9, but before I do, look here at the locate. It says locate 5, 2. So let me show you what that's doing. Hit F9, and it's locating the H. It's locating the cursor before we print hello world at 5, 2. Now I know it's hard to tell that, so what we're going to do is go down to our toolbar here, and we're going to click on this and take that back off. Now what you're looking at right here is you're looking at, this is the column by the line. Now watch as I move the cursor. You know, I put the cursor on the H, it tells you it's at column 5, line 2. Makes it really easy. Okay, let's say we wanted to put hello world over here instead. Let's say we wanted to put it at column 56, line 2, right there. All right, well, if we wanted to do that, we could just come over here and change that to 56. Hit F9 to rerun it, and notice it went right to there. That's where we wanted it. The other thing is there's this graphic region here. All right, we created a graphic and then placed the graphic on the screen. And now that you've seen the locate statement, let me show you this command. And that is, I'll go through this code real briefly. Opening a graphic region, what this is doing is this is opening up a graphic region that's 800 pixels wide by 340 pixels high. And then it's drawing a triangle in it, and it's placing that graphic region at 5, 3. That's column 5, line 3. And if nobody's going to remember what order these parameters go in, that's the reason why it's just Control Shift, click on the command, and there it tells you you've got four parameters, int 1 through int 4, and here's what they all are. And so you can see there is your column and your line. Really, really easy. All right, so I'm going to hit F9, and what you're looking at is the graphic region. No, it's all black. It switched to black because I took out the command that was making it white. It starts out as black because black, it's all zeros. And so if we go back and look at the toolbar or the grid, I'm just going to hit the grid snap. Notice I snapped on this button, all right, and it's showing like the first text box here is at 1, 1, and there's 2, 1, goes all the way over. So right there it is at column 5, line 3. So that's where it placed this graphic region at. And the graphic region being as large as it is, it takes up this whole thing. Now if I made it smaller, it wouldn't take up as much space. If we had, say if we only had 600 pixels wide, and then rerun it. Okay, notice it's going to take up less space. It's only going to put it on there for as much as it has to take up. So at any rate, and if you ever want to know what's available, you can see right there. So I could actually put, starting right there, I could put the H right there at 55, 3. So let's go back and do that just to show you guys. At 55, 3. And let's rerun this. And see it put my text right there. So I got my graphic region. This here is, real briefly, select a canvas, because the painting commands, when you're drawing, you can have multiple graphic regions. You could open up 10, 20 different graphic regions, and they all exist in memory. So you kind of have to, when you're going to have drawing commands, you have to select. Now think if you're a painter and you have 2 or 3 different canvases. You have to select which canvas you want to paint on before you actually start drawing it. You got to stand right in front of the right one. So the select canvas command, it says we want to select this particular graphic region. And the GR means the handle. That's the handle that was assigned by this when we opened this up. And so we're saying we want to draw on this, and then the define target rectangle as the entire graphic region. That basically says we want a rectangle that's the entire thing. And then once we have that rectangle, there's the whiteout command. It just says we want to white this thing out. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something that there's other commands. There's like the inverse command. And let me show you what that does. Let's see, we're going to come down here and invert target rectangle. We use that one instead. Okay. So we've still whited it out. It's going to be whited out. We're going to draw the triangle. Then we're going to invert the whole thing and place it in the graphic region. So let's take a look at that. So there you go. Okay. You could even do it a little bit differently so that you could actually see. We could go like this. Place the graphic region here. We could invert it, and then we have to update. Because once you make changes to it, you got to tell the window that you're going to make changes to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a pause command. All right, and so what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and put it up. It's going to create the graphic. It's going to create the triangle. Let's place it on the screen. It's going to hit pause, and then I have to hit the escape to move on. All right. So let's go ahead and run this and take a look at it. So there's what we have on the screen, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit the escape to go past the pause, and it inverts it and redisplays it. So it's not that difficult to do. You just need to have a few concepts, watch a few of our videos, download the CAE software, and you're going to be up and running, creating your own computer-generated artwork in no time. We look forward to having you. Please go ahead and give us a thumbs up on the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It tells YouTube that a lot of people like us, and it puts us higher up in the search rankings, so we really appreciate it if you do that. And that will conclude this episode of Computer Art Explorers.